Hello everyone, this is Flatline, and today I'm going to be doing a PvZ build, and it's a 3-gate opening. It's going to be the same thing like a 3-gate expand, but this is more of an aggressive build, and I'm going to be playing. I did this on the ladder. I've been using this build quite a lot. It was picked up when I saw one of the Koreans streaming. I think it was Wong Sen. Not sure. He's part of It's Gosu, a very good clan. Not really that big of a known team, but I mean they do have a lot of good Protoss players on their team, as well as other races like Terran and Zerg. So I'm gonna be facing against Juffalo, the blue Zerg, on one of the new maps in Tiga Shipyard, which I really like. Compared to the other maps that they made, like Searing Crater, that map's really bad. Honestly, I hope you do have that vetoed. If you haven't, I don't know what you're doing. And I somehow pressed something. I guess I hit back or forward or something like that. But anyways, what you want to do is you want to get your gateway first. Pylon, scout, then gateway. Chronoboost 3 times on your probes. Get the assimilator, around 15 food. 15 to 16-ish food. You're going to be scouting around. Blah blah blah. The Zerg player is going to be using up a standard opening, which is the spilling expand. You basically get your extractor on 14, and then you get the pull on 14. And right when this pull's almost done, you should have 100 gas. And you just take out these drones and put it back to mining. That way you can get gas and maximize the efficiency of your mineral income. So back to what I'm doing. You get an 18 Cybernetics Core, 19 Assimilator, around that. Don't have to be exactly on that. I accidentally canceled that for pro, but oh well. You want to get the Zealot whenever you can afford it. It's gonna be 20 food when you can afford it. So the reason why I was able to afford it at 19 is because I accidentally canceled my probe. So I scouted and I saw this moving. That means it's researching something. And the only thing it could be researching something at that time would be metabolic boost instead of adrenal gland. You get adrenal gland on Hive, so good thing is like that. So you get the assimilator before you get this your Zealot, but like I said, get that around 19. You get the Sentry out after your Zealot. So after 3 Chronoboost on your probes, you're gonna save up your Chronoboost and constantly Chronoboost your warp gate research, and then you're gonna put down 3 gateways whenever you can afford them. This drone's gonna come in here and he's gonna actually see all my 3 gateways, and I'm not particularly like overwhelmed by it. I don't really care. There's a good thing by him. He's scouting around the map, making sure I don't have any proxy stargates or any shenanigans like that. And I don't particularly like to play it that way. But so you're gonna go with the Sentry. After the Sentry, you're basically gonna get 3 sentries before work gates finish. If you do this correctly, you want to place your 30th pylon, 30-ish food pylon, down at your ramp, and you can somewhat do that with just two sentries and 1 zealot. However, if they do have a bunch of links, do not feel obligated that you have to put it down. You can put it inside your main and just back up a little bit, because if they made a lot more links than this guy did right here at 4, then he's sacrificing economy in the early game, which is definitely going to help out against this build. Now you can see, right when I place this pylon down, I'm going to stop probe production. You can see right there, I don't have any probe production. Warp gate's done right when my 3rd sentry came out. I warped in 3 more sentries, so I have 6 sentries and 1 zealot. There's another pylon there. I'm probably going to be making warmer probe because I'm 39, so I'm like odd. And all my units from my gateways are 2 food that I can afford. So yeah, there's going to be just the other probe. Basically, so I have only 26 probes that I'm going to have. Other than that, should be safe. Going to be making nothing but stalkers after my 6 sentries. And see, I backed up a little bit too much. I should have stayed right here. He's going to sacrifice Zerglings, and I'm going to sacrifice a couple of sentries, but I came out in the head. It's kind of a little bit even, but a little bit ahead. You can see he lost a little bit more resources than me. So when do I push out? I basically push out after I warp in 3 sentries. I warp in another sentry and 2 more zealots because I saw a lot of speelings and I needed to get at least 5 sentries. So that's why I move them. I'm gonna send a couple of my probes down here, and then I'm just gonna make little by little. Gonna be warping in 2 zealots and 1 sentry because I saw a lot of zerglings. That means his economy is pretty weak, and if he goes for some like roaches, which he is right here, he's not going to be able to reinforce that wall. You can see how big this army is compared to what he has. He has nothing except 2 queens to defend, so he's making spine crawlers right now. This push is happening. This push happens whenever this Nexus is done. You push out. There's my proxy pylon to reinforce. This is what you do in this situation. You force field that ramp. Force field right here so you can take out the spine crawlers. I accidentally force right here when I try to press A move and click on it. So little misclick right there. And you can see he's trying to make roaches and all that, but look at this gas, it's really low. And if he puts any more inside the other gas, he's just not going to be able to afford anything. And there he leaves the game. So very quick, easy win if the Zerg player is playing super greedy or does like a little mistake like this. If he was able to kill maybe 1 or 2 more sentries, that would have been huge for him. He probably would have held this off, but he didn't. So I just came out on top. Very easy build to do. You also want to save your Chronoboost. I forgot to show you that. Whenever you warp in, whenever this Nexus is done, you should have over 75 energy on your Nexus. So you're going to warp in and then Chronoboost these 3 gateways. That way you can warp in another cycle a little bit faster. Another important note to take is not to get supply blocks. So to prevent that, basically after a warp in, just throw down a pylon and you should be fine. Alright, so if you like this build, please like the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It's Flatline SC2. I try my best to keep it updated as much as possible with some other builds. I know Protoss has been struggling in the PvT area against the 111, so I think my next tutorial will probably be how to defend it. So it's not going to be really a build specifically, but what you need to do in order to defend against it. And I think I'll do it after this one, after I upload this one. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please leave comments and suggestions. Maybe you want to see a different build. Maybe you have matchup you want me to look after. Maybe it's even PvP, because actually PvP is actually one of my strongest matchups, surprisingly. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.